put on my stuff so I sound good. Hello, everybody. Let me put on my mic. Let me mic up. Let me mic up. What did I do with it though? Oh, there it is. Give me a second. Hi. If you've seen me now, right, speaking to you now, I'm not live. Leave a comment. Say, hey, girl, hey. Do, do, do. Do, do. I should be live now. I should be live right now. Right now. Right now. It's almost 10 o'clock on it's Sunday night, but it's Memorial Day weekend. No class. No teaching on Monday. Yay. 3-day weekends are magical, even if you do absolutely nothing. Matter of fact, those are some of the most magical 3-day weekends. Hold on. Don't be confused. Not doing something can be one of the best things ever. Hey, Deidre. Not doing something can be one of the best weekdays ever. Weekends, whatever time it falls. Yes. So it's Sunday. What y'all been up to? What y'all been up to? I'm going to start cleaning up. Hi, T. Aisha. I don't think I've ever seen you before, so welcome. And if you've been here before and I don't remember, my bad. I am well. How are you? I'm going to straighten up around here in a little bit, but I'm also not trying to have, hey, Sabrina. Hey, girl, hey. Oh, having a glass of wine and braiding your hair. I need to do my hair. That's why I'm in this. That's why I've been wearing scarves all weekend. Hi, Bashan, because I haven't done my hair yet. Man, I got to do something with this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put this oil on my hair tonight before I go to sleep. What was I gonna talk to y'all about tonight? I don't know. So I binge watched season 1 of Love After Lockup. I don't know if I can invest that much time in another season of that show though. OMG. I don't even know what possessed me to watch that. Oh, because I saw a reel about something that's going on with the new season of it. Can we have a conversation? Hey, Court. Now, real life, I know somebody who married somebody who was in jail. Hey, Alicia, I do know somebody who did. My sister's one of her childhood friends, her mother married somebody in jail. And when he came out, they was together till he died or she died. I can't remember who died first, but they were together the whole time. Hey, Marion, how are you? And this was way before the internet. But watching that show makes you go, what in the hell? See, here's the thing. I can understand somebody who was with somebody before they went in and then they decide to ride it out and wait for them. I don't know if I have that mental stamina though. Do you? If you were with somebody, now let's preface this. Now you can't be with Bad Guys Inc. because then we know you better wait for him, right? Well, what if you with somebody and they just do some stupid, or you know what I'm saying? Like they do something really bad and they get like 20 years. Are you gonna wait? I don't know if I am. I don't know. I can't honestly say that I would wait. I'm not. I mean, come on now. And to then have the expectation that somebody gonna wait, that's the real deal. So to see these women and men, because it ain't just women, getting with people inside that they've never met, or they go and see it, well, then they have some visitation with them. It just make you go, what the hell? I really do be questioning their sanity. And then their expectations of these people. Now, in season 1, I saw something that did not know existed. And tell me if you did, because I did not know this existed. I did not know there were Black Mormons. When did this happen? What? I wanted to ask, but her kids was Black too. So it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? Because I said, maybe she married a white Mormon man and but converted. But no. So I was very confused on that. I was like, when did they start having Black Mormons? And she had another friend that was a Black Mormon. I was like, what? Or am I crazy? Because I had never heard of that before. And they had one on there. They said, hey, Valencia. So I never heard of Black Mormons until I watched this Love After Lockup season 1. Because she was a Black Mormon. And she had a relationship with this man in jail for 6 years. I was so confused, y'all. I was so confused. And then this one man, he was having him a relationship. And at one point, his friend asked him, how much money have you sent this girl in prison? $20,000. $20,000 while she was in prison. And he didn't think there was something wrong with this. But here was the thing. Y'all, she had these sexy ass pictures. I so confused. I mean, like she had real straight sexy pictures. There is a meetinmates.com or some shit like that. I'm like, I forget they do get internet access, right? They ain't got phones, but they do get internet access. Because I was like, how the fuck they meet these people? But they do get internet access. I was like, what the hell? But she had sexy pictures, like real sexy pictures. And it's like, how the fuck are they taking these pictures? But then she did have contraband cell phones because what she said was she be looking for tricks. And he started out as a trick, but I fell in love with him. Yeah, okay. Really? So since 1969, they've been having Black Mormons. See, I did not know. Right, because we know they didn't like they don't like, hey, Lourdes. That was Deidre. You have hit the nail on the head. I was trying to figure out what she needed $20,000 for in jail myself. I'm like, what the fuck is she buying? However, at the end of the show, because she was supposed to have been released, It came out that she was caught with heroin and methamphetamines because she wound up having to do more of a bid. And now she is saved. I found her. She is saved and is going. She done turned her whole life around. But she was tricking, honey, baby. Them men was she. Basically, she was OnlyFans. She had an OnlyFans thing going on before OnlyFans. Clearly. So she basically had an OnlyFans thing going on. Because these fools was giving her the money. Because he was not the only one. She had other folks giving her money. But he was the number one trick. Hey, D'Angelo. And then when she got took down, because he said he was buying her, he said she had a cell phone. She got caught with a cell phone too. And he was like, yeah, because they kept taking her phone, finding the phones, and he'd get her another one. I'm like, how you getting these phones in here? Because he sure was getting her phone. Ooh, this smells good. And then he said, and so he went and paid for her lawyer. $14,000 on top of that 20-something thousand he had been giving her cash. He then paid for her lawyer. Right. See, she must have been dealing in there. Because they were talking about they was going to give her, she could get up to 12 years and add it on to her sentence. Whatever he did, he must have got her a really good lawyer because she's out. She's not out, but been out for a minute. And sadly, he died. I read up on it. He died like 2 or 3 years after that show went on. And she had already dumped his ass by then anyway. So I guess once he got that attorney for her and got her sentence reduced, she dropped his ass because they said they weren't together, and then he died. Listen, these hoes ain't loyal. These hoes are not loyal. And they are not spelled Heaux. Let's make this clear. Nope. 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 Let's talk Memorial Day sales, in case y'all are not aware of some of them. And I'm not talking about fragrances. Because I've picked up a few things. Let me tell y'all, though, for real. What is this? Let me tell y'all. I forget there is a name for them. Stupid. Besides stupid. Oh, okay. They do have a real title for them besides being stupid. Because I know that's the name I think of. Oh, you a goof. So goof ain't the official title. But yeah, there is a title. Okay. So let me tell y'all some stuff that's on sale that I've seen. Adidas has a sale, 30% off. I lost my mind. I bought a few things for summertime. I was like, you need a few dresses. They were a good price. And then I bought a couple pair of slides and a pair of sneakers because silver sneakers are in. Silver detailing on your sneakers. So I had to get well, they are pen pals, but there is a title for them. And then this place called Verano Hills has buy one, get one free on all purses. And so I've been like looking at purses a lot lately, but not necessarily designer purses. I've been looking at different shaped purses, like things that are a little more interesting to me. So let me show y'all what I bought. So these are the two, I'm looking at, because, listen, The Chinese done bust wide everybody buying spending the money. Hey, Mark, on these purses, So I just look for leather bags, nice leather bags, right? So I saw this one, and these are buy one get one free. So I got this one right here. Is that not the most darling thing ever? Look at it. And so I was looking for, so man, no workings. No. No firkins, no fooies, no 4 yards. I almost got this bag though. I think this bag is so cute. I almost got that one. But I went with the different ones. So let me show y'all what I picked out. Because some of their bags are vegan leather. I don't want vegan leather. Give me, if I eat a cow, I'll carry his hide. Okay. Ooh, that was a terrible thing to say, but it's the truth. So then I got this one. Now look at this. Let me show y'all what that looks like. It's like 2 bags. It's like that little bag in front. So this part is look kind of almost a separate bag. I love it. And I don't have any brown purses hardly. So that's my thing now, is like as I'm looking at things, I it might be a Bottega Veneta inspired purse. I ain't buying one of them anyway. It could be because they definitely have one. I love structure bags, and like at this point, I don't care about the name on the bag. I just want it to be a nice, cute bag. I want something that's cute and like interesting. I don't care about being YSL, Dior, Louis Vuitton. I don't care about none of that. I want just some really interesting, cute bags. I don't care about the name on them and everything. As long as it's a good quality bag that's gonna last me, that's all that matters to me. I'm over that. So, but I have to watch myself because I could get caught up on those too. Because I saw another Coach I want with the Coach Topia, but I didn't do that one. So that's like a low key semi obsession. And then, the bag charms to go with it. Because now that bag charms are like like the elevated ladylike keychain. That's all it is. Remember when we were young? Because I used to collect keychains when I was like young. Hey, Anisha. So bag charms are now just like basically your acceptable keychain collection, because that's all it is. That's all it is. It's just a keychain collection for women. And people who say, no, that's not true. Yes, it is. Just so y'all know, we're not gonna stay on super long today, but I will be on tomorrow morning. I'm locking myself in because I did get some orders for decants. So I'm gonna be on here decanting and chatting in the morning. So I'm not gonna stay on too long tonight. We're gonna have a little conversation, and then I'm gonna go to sleep because I gotta get up early and start decanting. And I'm locking myself in, and y'all know why I'm locking myself in. Because these little kids. These little kids. So Adidas has a sale. They got 30% off. Not everything is on 30% off, but the majority of stuff on there. See, that's where I'm having the issue, is the sound of them, because I put some on my purse that I was carrying today, and I was like, this is really loud. This is really loud, but I just decided I would go ahead and persevere with my loud sounding bag charm purse. But like I said, I had this moment like, this is basically carrying keychains. So did that. I was gonna clean up, but then I saw we're in the line of sight where I'm gonna stand up at, and I got on booty shorts. I got on my booty shorts, and y'all don't need to see these rippling thighs. I'm not that one who wants to show off that stuff like some people do. Like some people do. Y'all, we were looking at I've been looking at these these prom send-offs. I'm gonna have to show y'all this one. I know some of y'all probably seen it by now. You listen, we don't need uh your greens. You bought green stocks. Ooh, Adidas sneakers for $20. Yes, honey. I am not here to give, I'm not here for y'all know I'm not trying to give the thigh meat. I know other people like to give the thigh meat, but I'm not here. My thigh meat don't need to be shown right now. But let me show y'all this. Because I have low key been looking at these goofy prom send offs and how much money these people. And I want to find these kids. I want to find these kids because I want to find out what they're doing in life. I need to see what they're at 5 years from now. I need to see, are y'all finishing up y'all degrees? Did y'all graduate from high school with college credits? What's really going on? Okay, so this one right here. This the one. Hold on, I had to take the music off so I can not get demonetized. Look at this. Look at this shit. Come on, y'all. Let's see. Okay. Now, let me show you the pictures. Now, the thing is, this long thing is a tie. Baby, they still sending. I think they've gone beyond wedding prices. Now, there is actual video that this boy has done. Let me find the video so y'all can really see what's going on. Because I saw the video and I said, oh, hell no. Let me see if I can find his video. Because he got a whole video of his getting ready for prom. Is this the one? Let me see if this the one. No, this ain't the one. I got to show y'all this one. Because I was like, what in the hell? Hold on. Maybe it's in this one. Hold on. Come on now. Because he got a whole video. Oh, this the video. Let's look at this shit, y'all. Do y'all see he's at a hotel getting ready for prom? He got a videographer. What the fuck? I need to know what these parents do. I don't know who this person is getting him dressed, but this is insane to me. Look at this damn tie. And they thought this was the coolest thing ever. Look at this shit. But why he looking like he's some kind of like we need his name. But let's look at this. Let's look at this. Hold on. We gotta look at this block he on. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see when he pull up. Cause that looked like a basic ass block to me. Okay, here we go. My thing just died. Cause is he in front of like a strip mall? Is he in front of a strip mall, y'all? Cause that looked like a strip mall to me. Was he not in front of a strip mall? Now they going to the prom. Does he even have a date? Or is he doing this all by himself? He looked like he by himself. And that's what's really tired. So you doing all this and you ain't even got a damn date? Male or female, I don't care. You ain't got no damn date. Kenny. The shit is ridiculous to me. Right, he ain't got a date. He by himself. Now I saw a girl do this. Let me find hers because I was like, really? Now hers was last year's. Honey, these things are like the biggest waste of money. Because I need to know what these young people are doing in 10 years. You know, because everybody like, let them have a day. But I need to know where their lives are in 10 years from now. And the reason why I want to know this was because was this worth them doing? Or was this the pinnacle of their life? Which makes me sad for them. Let me see if I can find this other one I saw. Because I was all deep in hers too. I was like, what? I don't know if I don't think I saved it. Because I was trying to save all these little goofy prom things I was seeing. But it's like, let's just do prom. She was prom 2024 that I saw. And she had a whole video thing going. Because you know, it ain't real if you don't do a reel about it. Oh, this one. Look, I done found a whole bunch of prom stuff. Look at this one. I looked up. I couldn't find a IG. Look at this mess. She another one ain't got a date. I mean, I get you go. A lot of people go. Look at all this damn food though. I wanted to go and eat their food though. On this one, they had a lot of food. I mean, like the other one, they just spent money on the look and everything. And oh, we're gonna have this fabulous. He's gonna look so good. And but this one, they had some real food. Look at that food. I would have ate that food. Come on now. This a nice neighborhood because they let them block off that whole street. See, my thing is, how much are you, besides the dresses, the whole outfit, how much are you paying for all of this? These people are spending thousands of dollars for the send off alone. We're not even talking about the outfits or anything like that. We're talking about the send off. Now, her dress is beautiful. She looked really pretty. She didn't need to do that, but okay. But she looked really, really pretty. But I'm like, oh, but did y'all see this one? And then this boy proposed to his girlfriend at the prom send off. Baby, baby. The yellow dress was gorgeous. It's the whole, and I get the Beauty and the Beast thing, but you really had a beast come on there with you. Okay, all right, all right. And then we got this one right here. Now this is nice looking. I don't know what else they did. This is nice. You know, the looks were nice, pretty, gorgeous. Now this I like. I could deal with this. You know, I'm sure they spent $3,000 on them dresses, but okay, fine. It's the send-offs that take me over the edge. It's bad enough these dresses they're spending like couture level money. But it's the send-offs that make it even worse. And then oh, you was fast. You went to prom by yourself and left with somebody, Alicia? Who you leave with? Some boy. Was you being fast? Was you being fast tail at prom? Okay, I'm sorry. I had to ask. I had to ask. Oh, look at this one. This is the one who had the helicopter. Why? Just tell me why. Just tell me why. Just tell me why. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Did y'all see the helicopter? You want me to show y'all again? Let me show you. Let me show you again. Let's go back to it. Can't make it up, babies. Can't make it up. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Let's see what other madness I can find. And I'm sorry. I mean, we're gonna assume somebody who got a helicopter, they got some rich parents. Um, I need right. The other thing is, I need to know what their parents do. I am so curious. There's so many levels of things I want to know. First off, I need to know what their parents do. Then I want to know what are their plans for post secondary. Are they going to college? What college are they going to? And I need to see 10 years from now. And I mean like 10 years from now, like you ain't living off your parents. What are you doing yourself? Because you had the most fabulous prom ever. Like I need to see what Long Ty's doing. I need to see what Long Ty is doing. And I want to see his graduation party or his trunk party because that thing should be lit. Hell, I would go just for the food. If, listen, I would go to one of their parties because I just need to go for the food. That's all I need. That's all I need to do. I just need to go for the food, cause you better have the right food. You better, cause I know it. And I know it ain't Auntie Mabel in the kitchen cooking. You once have had one of them high end caterers who be like, my catering is costing. This is a $10,000 thing, and they be having all them steaks and stuff. And let me tell you, some of them caterers, I be like, come on now. And then you look at the house and you going, so you put all this food in this house? Let me see if I can find one of them too. They be like, this costs $10,000. And then you looking, and I'm a person who always looks at the background and things. And I'm like, but this don't look like that. I don't know now. They paid this much for this party in that house. You know, I be like, uh. And then a lot of them had like the most basic stuff around. You be like, what? Because if I see one more person posting up black caterers, posting up macaroni and cheese with some green, with a pot of greens and some oxtails, and then they might have some tomahawk steaks, and I'll be like, dang, well, we all doing the same exact damn thing. And some jerk and stuff. I'll be like, I'm not impressed. What did she say? See, 60 people for $6,000. Let's look at what she got. She say 60 people for $6,000. Hey, Faith, so let's look at this. No, she don't have them. No, she don't have them Sam's meatballs. No, she don't have them Sam's Club meatballs, y'all. She playing with somebody. I know that there's got to be some more pans of this. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Hey, Faith. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. No, she did not. No, she did not. Now, I do like a nice presentation. Give me presentation for my money. You better have my stuff looking just like this if I'm paying you thousands of dollars for my catering. I need all of this right here. I need all of that. See, that's what I'm saying. $100 per person for mac and cheese, some barbecue meatball, because them was straight from Sam's. That was that frozen bag, and she threw some barbecue sauce on them things. Mm-mm. Nope, they was playing with folks. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope, don't play with me for that. You know. Right. Hey, Angelica, I haven't seen you in a long time. Well, you gonna head out. Oh, so you going to hold up, Sabrina, before you go. So where are you going at, young lady? It's like, oh, it's only 8:30 where you at. Oh, and then you going on a trip. You know what? All y'all living these bright and special lives while I'm sitting here online in my basement. If that don't sound sad and pathetic, I don't know what does. And tomorrow morning I will be on because I got a decant and we're gonna have decanting and chatting. Decanting and chatting. I'm not gonna stay on long because I do need to go to sleep. I do need to go to sleep. Oh, okay. First of all, you in Canada. Second of all, it's a work trip. Okay, right? And not the barbecue meatball caterers. The barbecue meatball caterers. Man, let me tell you something. I don't like meatballs. Am I the only one when you go to them when you do stuff when you go to stuff like that and they got meatballs? I'd be like, no, thank you. You can keep those, ma'am. No, thank you. I don't want none. I don't want that. As in the words of Brooklyn Bell, I don't want that. I don't want that. No, I do not like the meatballs. Hell no. That's like, I'd be like, hell no, I don't want them catering meatballs. Now that was just a regular 6K was just for something. I was looking up caterers then. We were past the prime people. This was just because, you got the caterers who talk about how much they charge. And you like, you charge a what for what? Now, real talk, there's some frozen meatballs that I like, and they're Italian ones, and they're spicy. I get, and then they come in like 8 pack. That's it. That's all you get is 8 of them. They're totally delicious, but that's a specialty. But them bags of meatballs, cause them some bags of meatballs. Them some bags of meatballs. What just happened? Oh, was it turned off? I got turned off. I've heard that they are good. The IKEA meatballs. But see, that's like you just eating some meatballs. I don't like, if I go to an event and they got meatballs, I automatically say, who came up with this menu? Who came up? But see, we talking about on a personal level eating them. I'm talking about if I go to an event and I see meatballs, a big ass tray of meatballs, I'd be like, oh, hell no. I will give them the turn up. Like, because you povo, as in the words of Shabazz. You're a povo. Okay, I can see that. See, we didn't get them bags of meatballs. My mama wasn't that highbrow. My mother wasn't that highbrow. My mother was hamburger helper. And I told y'all hamburger helper and Popeyes. That's what I grew up on. Hamburger helper and Popeyes, and going over people's houses to have a real meal. Cause I used to do that all the time. I swear to y'all, I would go to a house, somebody's house, to have a real meal. Well, they want that in our baby showers. Right. See, I like Italian meatballs. Right. I'm sorry if you're a povo if you having them damn barbecue meatballs at your stuff. I don't know, because when we had B's baby shower, because we didn't have a baby shower for Brooklyn, of course, because she was during the pandemic. And we didn't do one for Blake because she was the third baby. Come on. No, we did have one for Blake. I take that back. But we had a taco and tequila. We had a taco and tequila baby shower. I cooked my ass up. That shit was good as hell. I had a lot left over too. It was fire. Made me want to have a taco night because it was fire. Whew. Nah, I don't be craving no nasty hamburger. But I will say this hamburger helper has elevated over the years. I was in the first iteration of hamburger helper. Oh no, my mama didn't cook nothing from scratch. You ain't never heard of the story. You must not have been on here when I was talking about my mama couldn't cook. Applesauce on burgers is called a Diddy special. No. But however, let's think about that though, because I used to eat pork chops and applesauce. That shit was fire. No, my mama could not cook a damn thing. The only thing she could cook was a bad meal. That's why I cook, cause the cooking was so bad it was sad. My fragrance haul this month is so awesome. I can't wait to share it with you all. Y'all gonna be so proud of me. It's so good. Jenny, no, you don't like them grape jelly and barbecue sauce. Applesauce with potato pancakes is delicious too. Speaking of potatoes, I got to start my potatoes tomorrow. They have got to be started tomorrow. I've got to start these things tomorrow. Whew. Got to start them tomorrow. Thank you for saying that. That's part of my things on my to-do list. I love me some applesauce with them potato pancakes. That shit is fire. Whew. We banning Jenny because she likes them. Yeah, Jenny, you know what? I'm not banning anybody because you know I banned some people before. You remember I accidentally banned somebody? I ain't seen her since. I bet she think I hate her. I hope she come back. Right? I hope she come back. Cause I sure did ban somebody by accident. Huh, I've never heard of that, but that makes sense. I'm not banning Jenny. Jenny, okay, look, Jenny, but you like butter. Remember when we had somebody up in here who didn't like butter? Right? I done put stuff on me. So that's good though. Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. Giving me like watery vibes. Okay. So I apple. Now here come Anisha making it like applesauce and spiced rum. Okay, right. Cause let's just liquor it up. Let's just liquor it up. But spiced rum does go with a lot of things. I'm saying a good spiced liquor can go a lot of places. You know. I can see it though because chia seeds would be a binder because when they get wet, you know, them things expanding. They make that gelatinous thing. So that makes sense to me. But I like breadcrumbs. Give me some breadcrumbs. Okay. I got shallots growing in my yard right now. I'm about to put out some red onions. I'm putting onions all over the place. You know what? I'm finding I'm not a big ground turkey fan because is it just me? Is it just me? But doesn't ground there's a certain consistency with ground turkey that sometimes like you know like with ground beef, you can put it in a pan, you can start cooking it and it'll break down into little pieces. Right? You could do some little pieces. I'm gonna show y'all my garden. I'm a terrible person with them shorts. But they're like um with the ground turkey, you don't get that. It's hard to like break it up into like the smaller pieces because it's hard with some of that ground turkey because it's terrible. On my other channel that's sitting there dying because I ain't put nothing on there in months. I don't understand how people run all the two channels. Like I've got this channel and then I've got a vlogging channel. You know what I saw, and I know y'all gonna know. Some of y'all gonna know who I'm talking about, right? You right? I should have slapped those up there. Change the whole vibe of that channel. Just making my garden and stuff. Ah, that would be cute. Okay, y'all. And some, like I said, some of y'all gonna know. How do you all? How do people? With okay, people doing content like the day my life changed forever, right? And that's the way they set it up. That's the title, the day my life changed forever. And then they've filmed themselves this day that changed their life. For instance, the day that you do the pregnancy test and find out you're having your first baby. Um and you and all the lead, and then you've got all this lead up to it and the jump and you um 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 I'm like, okay, because so let me get this straight. You start thinking I might be pregnant, So before you could, so you had to do some filming of thinking about it, going to the store. So like you think you're pregnant. So you film yourself going to get your stuff, going to the store to get the pregnancy test and blah blah blah, and then to show I'm pregnant. I'm like, but if you call it the day my life changed forever, should it be a reenactment? I would think this is something that's in the moment, but I guess I'm wrong because see, I did that. You see, I did that thigh slap. Right, you see, you can hear. See, that's why I'm sitting down here because this thigh meat off. The thigh meat is right there. Thigh meat is right here. I'm just sorry for that baby because that poor baby is gonna have no privacy. No privacy. And then I'm just gonna say this, and it's gonna be terrible, but it is 2025. If y'all don't think like people want to do the gender reveals and all that shit, I mean I get it is for your people, but please don't let's go through this whole you explaining and showing everything you're doing, like going to the doctor and stuff. And Lord, and of course the brand new parents who ain't never had no kids got to show you all the things they've bought for their, and all the wonderful gadgets and all the wonderful things. And then you got to see everything like this is the only child that existed that did anything. I'd be like, oh Lord, here we go. Oh Lord, here we go. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm a grandmother. So I throw up some pictures of my grandkids and maybe a short or something about them doing something cute. But it's not every day. But when I get, but I have to remember this is some people's, yeah, this is how they're creating their livelihood. And now they're adding another character into their livelihood. It's the baby. But I would love to see their children like when they hit 12 and 13. Because don't you love a self-righteous first parent, right? Don't you love a self-righteous first parent who knows everything and their baby is perfect? And they're, and I do this, and my child doesn't do those things, blah, blah, blah. Because I'm waiting for teens. I'm waiting for that preteen. Show me your kid when they're 11. Show me. You be making content. Show me your. Show me that kid at 11. And with a hidden camera when you're not around. Because I know what 11 and 12-year-olds be getting into now. And most of their parents don't want to believe, their sweet child is doing all the things they're doing. Because they baby wouldn't do that. Mm-mm. Child, please. Valencia, you know what? We done with you, Valencia. We might have to ban you for a little bit. You might have to be put in timeout. Because I can't put people in timeout. Jenny, did you leave us because we was playing about the grape juice and the grape jelly and meat and barbecue meatballs? We was just joking. I swear to God, we were. We would never ban you. We like you, Jenny. We would never ban you. We like you, girl. Did you see that Fragrance Buy is now going to be having free shipping once you spend a certain amount of money, right? But it don't go into effect till August 1st. So they send out the stuff letting you know we're making changes, which are some good changes. But they tell us in May and it ain't June 1st, it's August 1st. I was like, what type of irritating, tell me too soon shit is this? I didn't need to know that to the end of July. Okay. I just want to make sure, Jenny, because you know some people be taking us seriously and be getting all in their feelings and shit. And we just joking. We just joking, you know. Because some folks be like, that's why some people don't like my black ass. I had this conversation and it was so. They did. At least you had some points. I ain't had no points with fragrance by. Right, Jenny said, period. Okay. So, I forgot what I was about to tell y'all about. It might come back to me because you know I'm old and stupid. Right. Oh yeah. Forget. Right. 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 But I'm pre. Right. We pre-camera. I'm pre-camera phone. Shut up, Jenny. I'm pre-camera phone. You know. Listen. I was telling somebody. I said I'm pre. Look. I'm pre having an actual cell phone. Period. I'm pre cell phone. We pre cell phone. I'm public telephone on the corner. You got a dime? You got a quarter? Oh snap, I need another quarter to keep talking. That's who I am. That's who I am at this point. I did one video. I need to at least get 2 more done this week. Okay, well, Anisha, you're younger, cause we wasn't doing no zipper bag cell phones back then. When I was in my youth, when I was in my youth, it wasn't no, that was like, what is that? What is that? But what I need to happen is the Gen Zers to stop worrying about us old folks. Oh, look at you. You about my kids' age, Mark? Because Bianca had a BlackBerry in high school. You had to have coins in my world or a calling card, because if you was fancy, you had a calling card. See, what was fancy was when I had that calling card. You couldn't tell me nothing with that calling card. B had the BlackBerry. And I had one too eventually. We had the Pearl. And what was the one after the Pearl? Because the Pearl was the thin one. And then they had the black one. That was the next one. I had that one. You couldn't tell me nothing. And remember when we was, hold up. Remember when you would be texting? Me and B was talking about texting. Remember when we was texting with the screen, with the keyboard, with the telephone, ABC, you having to do. We was keyboarding it. But remember when B had the BlackBerry and the Sidekick. And remember when you had remember with the Pearl though, before then you be on your phone and you be like, and you know when you was actually using, hold up, let me see. Let me get it right. When we was actually using the keypad. Remember when you had to use the keypad to text and you'd have to be like, and you had the 3 on that 2, you'd be like A B, and then if you messed up that letter, you had to go back and fix the letter. That was texting with some serious skill. You had some serious skill texting back then. Cause now we got the little. But before then, when you had to do this type of texting, you was doing some stuff. Oh yes, and then the pages with the special characters. Oh my goodness. I hated my pager though. I wasn't a page. I couldn't stand having that thing. That number texting would take you out. But that's when you could really text. That said something about you because you'd be like, I was terrible with the swiping. Matter of fact, something I had recently had to swipe and I was so confused. The swipe was terrible. I don't and I can't remember who made this phone, but it was the phone and it was like the slide. I don't know who made it, but it was not the BlackBerry because B had the BlackBerry and I had it was a big old screen, but it slid up and then you had the full keyboard. You swipe to this day, and because it was like my screen was slide up and then my keyboard was underneath it. Honey, you couldn't tell me nothing. No, that wasn't the Razr. It wasn't a Razr because I never did get a Razr. It was a Motorola. Yes, it was a Motorola. No, it wasn't the sidekicks. It was a different one that wasn't the sidekick. Because it was like this whole piece was slide up. And then you had a keyboard underneath it. And it was like real. This was when I was being fancy. That one cost me some money back then. You couldn't tell me nothing with that thing. And didn't it like, I think the thing with once you slide it up, it could tilt too. You couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't tell me nothing. Y'all swipe? Oh, I can't swipe. I never could swipe. I could never swipe. Mm-mm. 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 See, so you had one of the slider phones. Yeah, you couldn't tell me nothing. I can't remember what it was called. But baby, I thought I was it with that thing. I think it was a Motorola because this was before LG phones got big. Uh, the Razrs did look like. Well, remember the original flip phones though. Them things did look like a Star Trek communicator. They did because I had one of them too. Remember when you could get them? They would have the cheapest, cheesiest phones for free, and and for a long time, I would not pay um for a phone. I always got the cheapest phone possible, and it would always be some little flip or something that was just tired. B had better phones than me when she was in high school. See, I got a Samsung. I don't swipe on it because I never been able to swipe on a Samsung. Oh yeah, if you had that Razr, couldn't nobody tell you nothing. You had that Razr, whew, you couldn't say nothing. But remember when the BlackBerry would die? Baby, when the BlackBerry would die, it was like a straight, you might as well have a funeral. Cause that thing would go black screen with that green line through it, and it was over. Wasn't nothing happening with that BlackBerry. Baby, could not when the BlackBerry died, it was over. And it would that black screen with that green line through it, it was over. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. it was a wrap. That thing was gone. Because I remember it was the blackberry, was the pearl, and then it was the black one that came after it that was a little bit bigger. I can't remember which one that was. Let's see. Which was the name of that one? After I got some kind of Android, but it wasn't a Samsung. Okay, so let me show you. The pearl was the thin one. That was kind of cute. Oh, it was the bold was the next one. This was the pearl. This was the pearl. The blackberry pearls look like this, but they had the fun colors. That's what made them cute. And then the one I had after that one was this one. You couldn't tell me nothing with this one. Are they actually trying to sell this thing? Remember this one, the bold one? That was the last one I had, was that one. Baby, you couldn't tell me nothing. That thing and me went places, and let's not forget. Oh yeah, the Palm Pilot. I had a Palm Pilot. Hold up, and let's not forget that Blackberry's if Blackberry's batteries would blow up whenever. Blackberry's phones would die whenever. Baby, them I had a Palm Pilot for a minute too. I had one of the first ones because when I was in school, somebody lost their Palm Pilot. I found it in a classroom. I use that thing forever too. I use that thing forever. But if you kept the thing with the batteries on them were, don't leave. That battery could explode. That thing could explode. Because I had a battery explode on mine. Oh, the Nokias. I never got into the Nokias. I went straight from some little janky little brands straight to the Blackberries. And then that's right when my Bold died. That's when the first real Androids were coming out. I miss the SIM card being able. You know what? I can't stand. I can't stand the fact that you can't add in memory. You can't, put additional memory cards in. Cause baby, that was the lick, was them extra memory cards. So you could just, cause I know I was good for, let me add on 256 gigs right here. And being able to open up your back and get a new battery in or put a new SIM card in. Because you didn't want to get another phone. You just needed, I need a SIM card. Babe. And now they made the phones so you just get this. Oh yeah, they definitely scammed us out of it because the Samsungs held on to additional memory for a long time. Right? Yeah, I have to get a 512 or a terabyte, have to, because anything under that is just playing with myself, and not in a good way. And not in a good way. Right? Computers, laptops, all that, you could go take it over there to Best Buy and get them to upgrade your memory. Now they like, no, you're gonna buy a new one, ma'am. No, sir, you're gonna buy a new one. Which reminds me, I gotta empty out this one tomorrow too while I'm decanting. No, I can't do it then. I'm gonna have to sit down. Just thank you. I'm just talking to myself. Right, exactly. You could switch between phones by switching the SIMs. It was easy. That's how you could have a backup phone all the time. Because now you really can't have a backup phone. Because back then, if something happened to your phone, you could pull that SIM card, put in another phone, you were good. Now they like, you gonna have to give us some money. Somebody gonna get paid for this, sis, and it ain't gonna be you. I keep a phone at least 2 years or until they just down me like this one did. Oh yeah, they like, oh no, y'all gonna do this. We not doing this now. Oh, while we're on here, let's see if we see anything new on for Grantica. So Theodore's Calatinos is coming out with some gourmands in case y'all looking for them. They have one called matcha ice cream. Before we go, let me just tell y'all some matcha ice cream. Velvety vanilla cream blended with matcha tea and lime zest. Frozen to perfection and served in a delicious crispy waffle cone. So that's one they have. Oh, listen. The old cameras had like the old phones had the worst. You know what they have? I bought these little fake camera phones for the kids, but they kind of like they almost look like they're real, right? Baby, they take pictures on. It reminds me of the first pictures we was taking with the camera phones. So this, okay, so the notes of matcha ice cream are matcha tea, lime zest, vanilla sugar, matcha ice cream, crispy waffle cone. So that's the first one. Then they have marzipan gourmand, which is almond, marzipan, sugar, marshmallow, peach macaron, which is burnt sugar, vanilla, peach, and macaron. I have a princess phone. It's not blue. And then tiramisu, which is mascarpone cream, velvety vanilla, golden Savoiardi biscuits. Come on now. Yeah, I see matcha's a big thing now. I don't like matcha. Matcha just tastes like you just took some grass out your yard and put it in some water. That's what it tastes like. Matcha tastes like grass out your yard. I'm sorry. That's straight despair. I mean, I'm sorry, matcha. I can promise you, matcha is probably one of the best things for you because it tastes just as nasty as it want to be. It tastes like dried up, pulverized grass. You are one with the earth. You listen, as they say, the flat earthers, because y'all. Did y'all know there's a name for people who walk around barefoot? They give a name for every damn thing. You can't just be walking flat earth. You can't. I was wondering that too, because now all of a sudden I was thinking that TK is only coming out with all these gourmands. No, they don't call it country. They call it something earther, flat earther or something, because it's like you are connecting to the earth. You are connecting to the earth, and there's a name for it. They call it because we can't just be. Okay, Latifah got a new fragrance. Let's see. It's called Petra. Let's see what it's about. All right. It's called Petra. I'm not getting it. But it's plum and rum, tuberose and coconut, praline, musk, and vanilla. Latifah, listen, Latifah's, they trying to have their own thing. Uh now, Victor and Rolf have Spice Bomb Metallic Musk for you fellas. Let's talk about this one. What is the notes on this? Well, I like being barefoot, but you know, I live in a city. You can't do that. Bergamot, black pepper, elemi aldehyde, cinnamon pepper, laudanum, ambret absolute, cistus absolute, leather accord, and musk. So it's called Spice Bomb Metallic Musk. You know why? Earthing, that's it. Okay, let me tell you. Can I say, yes, Mas Milano has a Petra and I own it. So let me tell you why I'm really off Latafa now and the Middle Easterns. Because that Daniel Renee, I'm going to say it out loud and I'm going to piss some people off. I cannot stand him on TikTok. He is just so annoying. And he is, and I ain't mad. Earthing or grounding. Baby, if I don't want to see, because he is like, you know, he just on these Middle Easterns now, and that is him. And let me show you who Daniel Renee is. Let me find him for you. Let me find him for you. Make sure you get that 25%.
I'm not even putting on a microphone for this. My name is Daniel Renee, and yes, this is my official TikTok shop account. I was a little sick and tired of too many people selling fakes here on this app, so I decided to open up my own. And the first product I'm
Negro, you open up a TikTok shop account so you make some money. So, and I was about to get on Redolessence. When did Redolessence become so into female fragrances? Now all of a sudden, all he talks about is female fragrances. And he another one to talk about Lattafa a lot too now. I'm like, okay, I get it, whatever. I'm over it. Oh, I know he's quite rich and in the music industry because he was in Menudo. I found out where he was. He was a Menudo kid, apparently, when he was younger. So I get that. Right, and I should start doing lives again. But I just can't get with TikTok all the time. Well, you know what? It looks like he seems like he's trying. I don't want to say he's trying too hard, but it definitely comes off very fake. And I hate to say that about somebody, but he just comes off no, not Steven, Daniel Renee. He just comes off a little like right. It's like his I saw Steve. Yeah, I saw a flash of that. Honey, Lattafa sending them people out now, but it's just his whole vibe is kind of like, oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? What is this for? Oh, concealer. Okay. It's like, what? Yeah, I mean, for one thing, see, here's the difference. I like Sebastian, the perfume guy, because Sebastian is just a perfume guy. He talks about fragrances. He does that. But definitely, and you can tell that he is very, no shade, but you know, like, you can tell he is a man. And the reason why I say that is because when he does, right, when he does a lot of content, it's very very unisex, very masculine leaning. And why I say that is because things that I have or some of us have, he would it never comes up in his stuff. And I get it because he's not wearing that kind of stuff. Like when he does an iris video, it's very leans very masculine. Um but he had now all of a sudden right but now all of a sudden he's like leaned into female fragcom, and you can tell, and you know that's because female fragcom is popular. So he's moved into it really hardcore. And it's like, dude, stop it. Like, these will make you irresistible. It's his whole shtick is annoying. I mean, be who, that's not who he's been all these years. And now all of a sudden he's talking about, oh, these will make you irresistible. Or this is, and it's like, okay, whatever. And so that's why, no, and I agree. I'm seeing that he does get a lot of, views from that. So that's why he's really doing it. Because he's really doing that on TikTok. That's almost his whole thing on TikTok. I'm like, people watch you to hear this? I mean, like, I would not watch Steven to tell me that something that will make me irresistible to a man. Because he looks like white paper to me. He looks like he seems like white rice, just flavorless. Right. I don't know. So, but he just reminds me of white rice, just like tasteless and colorless and plain. That's just what I think of him. I actually think that of Sebastian too, but I think that I like to see his list. Yes, he was with him. Yes, he was outgoing with Carlos, right? But Carlos made everybody outgoing because he was just that guy. He was just that guy. Oh, I had this conversation with uh with somebody about something about why sometimes people just really don't like you sometimes, especially like, okay, so we were talking about this somebody who just doesn't like me, right? uh I can see Sebastian coming off as cocky. Because I was trying to remember, I lost this train of thought a while ago. So let me get back on this train of thought for a second. So we were talking about somebody not really liking me for no reason, right? And I said, well, after I met them, I said, I could see that though, because in her sphere of friends, she's the queen bee. And I ain't saying this to be, and I'm not saying this as like real cocky, but I'm a queen bee. And so two queen bees, they ain't gonna get along because you queen beeing, right? And so, I have come to this conclusion with people because I used to always like wonder why sometimes women don't like me. I said, oh, because they're a queen bee in their circle and I'm a queen bee, and two queen bees can't get along. I can't because I don't give a damn. But you have some queen bees who really take themselves too seriously. And I'm not saying this in like a cocky sort of way, but I know that's my personality. Right? And so when when you're around a insecure queen bee, they don't like to be around other queen bees. So if yeah, because time for it ain't taking nothing that I want. Oh, were you? That was like so unexpected. We were talking about, speaking of like celebrity kind of death. Um, we were talking about what happened with Gene Hackman today. That was a strange ass story. What's too much for you, Queen? Be my ass. No, I'm just saying, like, some people are like, usually that Queen Bee, they kind of run their group, their friend group. That story was so strange. And then we were really talking about it. It spoke on many things. First off, she was crazy too. And that let's just say that. Because, but did they really have problems? No. They were honestly just because there was rodents in there. So it was rodents in the house. But what it spoke of on many levels. First off, the situation with the wife, clearly she was not all together either. Because where was the home health care? No, I don't mean who runs their friends. I mean, like, usually there's a lot of times there's a friend group, and there's one who doesn't necessarily run it, but like the one who usually comes up plans and, is usually like the one to do those things. So there's a queen bee, and I'm just being honest. I'm not saying it like this is a bad thing, but there's usually in a friend group, there's always the one who's like the catalyst. And a lot of times hey, let's do this together, and they're like the planner and like the person like that. Right. So, because you're a queen bee, Faith, that's why you do. Okay. And I mean it like, I don't mean it like, the problem is a lot of queen bees are bitches. So most of them ain't real chill, right? There was no caregivers, right? So that said that they didn't have anybody coming in, which said something about her mental capacity, where she was mentally too, because she was his caregiver, and clearly she wasn't handling her business either. So, and then they didn't have any caregivers at all. And this man had dementia, very, very, he was deep into his, so ain't no way she could have took care of him by herself. So why didn't they have a home health care workers? Where was a nurse? There were, and it ain't like he didn't have the money for these things. You know what I'm saying? Because at first I said, well, maybe he ran out of money. But then on top of it, clearly he didn't have a relationship with his kids, because what kid wouldn't have noticed that not in trouble? Right? Right. But that says, but at his level of dementia, it ain't like he could have said no to whatever she did. So clearly she was a little something too. And I mean, the poor dog. That one dog was probably going, thank God I was outside. Yeah, no, they said they had a rat. That's what my bee was saying. She saw. They said it was a rat infestation in the house. The house had a rat infestation. Oh my God. That whole story was bizarre. Was bizarre. And clearly his kids, because he had kids, were not involved or around him at all. So he must have distanced somehow. Was this a Yoko Ono thing? Because I thought he had kids, because I saw he had children. So they weren't even that concerned, because think about how long he was in that house not eating or drinking while she was dead until he died. That is, well, the one that didn't die, because remember, one died from starvation because it was in the house. It was 2 dogs. One was in the house. That dog died. The other dog lived because it was outside the house and it was eaten. Because it seems like they were very isolated in a very weird and strange way. And I'm sorry, with that kind of money, why didn't he have a home health care worker? Right, we need to know what was going on. Because it seemed like his family, because I know one thing, if God forbid something like that happened to me and my children had not checked on me, I would haunt them for the rest of their days. I would be the spirit in every house they lived in, throwing shit at them. I would be thrown if that was my children was still alive and they hadn't checked on me and I had died from starvation and dehydration. I would be haunting them. They be doing stuff and all of a sudden they get hit in the back of the head. I would follow their asses wherever they were. They'd never get rid of me. Every place I live is haunted. I don't know what's going on. They be trying to. I swear to you, I'd be throwing shit. I'd be like, remember in Ghost when all of a sudden they wouldn't know what the fuck was going on, but I'd be fucking them up in their sleep. They'd be like, I can't sleep, because I'd be shaking their damn bed. So this is what you should have done when I was out there dying. When I was out there starving, you should have got out your bed. I'd shake their beds every fucking night. I swear to God. Right? They be drinking some shit, and I look. They be drinking water. I'd hit it from the back, from the bottom, so it'd be spill all over their face. Why is my water in my face? As I'm trying to tell you, my grandkids. Oh my God, I'd haunt everybody. From the big bees to the little bees, they'd be on my ghost list. I'd be running around like fucking Beetlejuice on their ass. They'd be like, God, how do we exercise? I'm telling you, I'd be like Beetlejuice. I'd be haunting their asses I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm a fucking ghost. I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't got nothing but time. I'm a ghost. I'ma haunt you motherfuckers till I can't hunt till I find something better to do. And it'll probably take me centuries. I'll probably be haunting your kids and your great grandkids. I'll be haunting the whole generations. They'd be like, we've been haunted for generations. We don't know we have a ghost in the family. You damn right. Mm-mm. But yeah, that was when you really heard what happened. That was the strangest. That was the strangest celebrity death we've heard of. That was the strangest. What? Right? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Cause I know. I know. Mm-mm. They see glimpses of my eyes in front of. They wake up and you know how sometimes the ghosts materialize? They see my face right in front of them, looking at them like, motherfucker, you let me die. I don't know, it might be. And be like, mother. And then they try to have a seance. Don't have no seance. Because I sure would come. I wouldn't give a damn if it was a fake. If it was a fake. Have a seance. Try to talk to me. They'd be like, we just want to talk to her. We want to see. I'd be like, why y'all want to talk to me now? I swear to God, I would be like, why you want to talk to me now? You didn't talk to me when I was alive. You'll never get rid of me. They'd be like, no, I swear to you, I would. But clearly, he really didn't have a relationship with his kids. We need to hear them talk. Because we need to hear what was the estrangement between him and his kids. That this man died like that. That this... I mean, real talk. I really need to... I want to know what the fuck he did to his kids that they let his ass sit out there in the desert and never checked on him. So, I mean, your daddy got dementia. Don't nobody check on him? Nobody? Oh. He did some. He must have been a terrible person to his kids. I'm like, right, we do need we need a whole documentary on the death of Gene Hackman. We need to hear this story. We need the people coming up. You know, Gene was a good guy, you know, but he got with this woman. It started getting strange. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to see these kids telling their side of the story. See, that's what we said, Jenny. That's the whole point. Why didn't he have a caregiver? Where was the caregiver? But like I said, they said because B said they showed it. It was a rat infestation. Because remember, she had the Hunter virus. That comes from rats. So there was a rat infest. So they was living with rats. They was living with rats. We not living with no rats now. No. I mean, he has done some great movies. Right, we need a podcast. We need something on it. We need answers because that is a bizarre story. It needs to be told. Somebody, but I'm saying that I bet you somebody working on it. Because I bet you this story is going to be even more bizarre than we think it is. This story is going to be more bizarre than we think it is. When it all comes out, because I know somebody working on this story. Because it's too fucking bizarre and weird not to be being researched right now. I bet you somebody filming that shit right now. Because we all waiting for it. That one's going to be one we all watch. And listen, we could do a whole watch party for that thing. I mean, because we need to talk about it. We need to be watching. Listen, we need to do a Zoom. We need to do like a Google Meets. We all need to be watching at the same time and talk about it. Did you see that crazy shit? Because I bet you he was crazy as hell, y'all. She was crazy too, clearly. Because ain't no way we going to have this kind of money and I'm living in a fucking rat infested. And like we said, his dementia was extremely far, gone. So, right, you see, I said Zoom. We don't even do Zoom no more. Zoom to die. Which reminds me, I think I'm still paying for Zoom. I gotta get rid of that shit. Let me tell you who I hate though. I hate StreamYard. StreamYard, you cancel them, they still can't try to charge you. I gotta call them up and be like, listen. Right, he was loaded. Clearly, he got him a little subservient chick. Look, look. I'm gonna say something so ignorant. Gene Hackman and his wife it's gonna come out. They was like Diddy and Cassie. Y'all, it's gonna be some bizarre stuff was going on with them two. Mark my words, it's gonna be like a Diddy and Cassie thing. It's gonna be. Exactly. That's the whole point. So how was she bathing him? How was it? It's gonna be some weirdness. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be shockingly weird. We all gonna be like, damn. Let's look at her. Oh, I turned off the phone. I was like, let's look at her again. All right, y'all. Now, I vow to, haunt my family if they fuck up. But other than that, it's a good Sunday night. It's a good Sunday night. But here's the thing: even if he was very controlling, even if he was doing all those things or whatever, when he got to the point that he had dementia and couldn't remember shit, girl, all bets would have been off. I'd have been spending his money. I'd have had somebody take care of him. I'd have been doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? But maybe by then she was, too far gone. But it's going to be some crazy. It's going to be some crazy. What? Like maybe he had a cage for her sometimes. Maybe she sat in a cage for him sometimes. I bet you it was some crazy stuff. Like she was sitting in, there was a cage they gonna have found a cage in there that she was in at some point. Mark my words, it's gonna be something bizarre. All right, y'all, let me get off of here and go to sleep. I will be back on first thing in the morning because I have got to decant because I got these decant orders. So, and I do know somebody who likes to be caged, so that's why the cage thing came up in my head. I'm just saying. All things, folks like everything. Okay, y'all. Good night.